We've got Mike up here. I'm going to do a couple words of introduction for those of you who are new, including Mike, who's first time joining us. Mike and I connected over a year ago at one of my beautiful golf tournaments. And then I got him on the calendar because he's a busy guy and he's been anxiously awaiting this hot sauce for months on end. We're going to talk a little bit about how that's not the case. But regardless, welcome to Burning Questions. If you're a first timer, we do this every month, the first Wednesday of the month. We've got Secret Sauce members who invite you. Hopefully some of you were invited by them. In fact, let's just raise your hand if you were invited by a Secret Sauce member. Okay, I see. All right, great. And then we've obviously part of our vibe is super casual. We want you guys to enjoy wings back and forth. If you need to go back for seconds or thirds, that's what we're here for. And then same as Mike and I get up here started and talking, we love the crowd. So get after it with us. I'm the founder of Partner Philosophy / BeaUtahful Events. I do all kinds of events that bring business owners together in a room, usually super curated, usually something cool. Hopefully it's something that you walk away from with really awesome quality relationships. So that's what I'm all about. Hopefully you find that today. Without further ado, we're going to be swapping back the mic a little bit and get it nice and sauced. And then other than that, let's give Mike a round of applause and welcome him here. Okay. We've got our sauces dialed up, Mike. You and I, we've strategically chosen which ones we're going to avoid. Not really, but maybe a little bit. My favorite thing to start off with, even before you tell us a little bit about who you are, because I would love to do that. My wife tells me that I don't do that enough, that I like spend time in the dark web researching the people that I get to sit down with, and then I just go right into it. So maybe we will start there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your backstory, how you got to Pupford? I'm sure we can, jump into the origin story of Pupford as well, but just kind of give us the who is Mike Steele version.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Yes. So yeah, thank you. So I grew up in Orem, so just down the road. My background's actually in the fitness industry. My buddy started a company called Ideal Shape, and then we ended up selling that business and kind of looking at what was next. I never grew up with dogs. I grew up around animals. My grandpa had a farm, so we were out working cows and hauling hay and everything like that. But for whatever reason, never had a dog. Got married before we had any kids. My wife was talking about getting a dog, and then I got home from work one day and there was a dog there. And so classic story. Yeah. So we had to figure out what the hell we were doing really quick because we didn't know, we never had a dog, didn't know what we were doing at all. So we went online, looked for answers, pretty confusing. And that was kind of the start of Pupford. At Ideal Shape, we got really good at offering free workout programs. And so we kind of took that model of free workout programs, selling supplements, and building a business that way into the pet space, where we offered free dog training for people. Because who has a dog here?
I was hoping some of us would bring one.
Okay, and you've had a puppy before as well, I'm assuming, and you know how terrible that can be. Yeah. Like it's the best of both worlds. It's awesome and it's terrible as well. So you've had some of those same questions probably, but we use that as an opportunity to say, hey, we can make training accessible for anybody, make it really easily. So we partnered with a bunch of dog trainers, built out free training programs, and made a bunch of products that we offer those people after. So that's kind of the 30,000 foot. But
and a couple other ones. You spent some time in Georgia on a church mission.
Yep.
Where'd you go to school?
So I started off at BYU, was not cut for that. Not smart enough by any means.
You're
so I transferred to UVU.
We're both BYU dropouts. That's great.
Yep. So transferred to UVU, really liked it there. I ran a lot in high school. Okay. So I went to Mountain View High School in Orem, and they had a really, really good cross-country and track program. We actually won, so we won 3 national championships there. So a lot of running.
Flex. That's awesome.
Give them background a little bit. But
no, I love it.
But yeah, so ran a lot, but not anywhere near as much now. But yeah, so.
So cool. Okay. Well, I did dab you up with some sauce here. We're for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we do tend to follow the Hot Ones challenge. this is season 25. If you're really diehard, you know that they do swap up the sauces a little bit. So we're dialing into season 25 of it. I just gave Mike our first one, which is 6900 Scoville. This is the, what do they call this one? Big dicks? Little dicks. Sorry to confuse you. Yeah, they lean into it pretty hard too. Big city, big flavor, little dicks, born in New York City. Aaron over here is losing his mind. Ghost pepper pear. So we'll let you jump in. You can start eating that one. I'll eat it right after you. But just
So I said yes to this before.
oh yeah, tell us about that.
So he asked if I wanted to be on the podcast. I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. And then I found out afterwards, as I was looking into it, that it
Like
was,
yesterday.
that it was eating hot sauce. So I didn't realize actually till now. So this is
Yeah, we were because we were at one of my golf events and I had a hole that was like dedicated to the concept of burning questions, getting business owners out and kind of uncomfortable situations and talking about life. And Mike was like, I'm like, it could be kind of cool to have like a dog company. I never had one of those. We'd mix it up very like we swing all across the spectrum of businesses. And so I think he kind of got baited into that without realizing that he was doing this. But I did eventually send it to him.
oh yeah, no,
Okay.
we knew. Yep,
All right. Well, as we get into our first question, how are you feeling on that? Is that okay?
that's not bad.
It's not bad, right?
Not too bad. That's like the comfort level of like, oh, I'll put that on purpose.
Cool. Yeah. And the rest of you are welcome. We always set them up here. If you want to come try one at any time, just come grab it, right? As we're running through. So I would love to hear, like, you don't have like a crazy social presence yourself, but you do have a crazy, not maybe crazy, but you lean into educational content. So maybe tell us a little bit about that strategy for you personally. I know that like people, a lot of people have different versions of like, what does that look like for business? Do you need to be on LinkedIn? Do you not need to be on LinkedIn? Do you need to have a really front and center founder? So, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, jump into that.
Yeah. I guess maybe I should do more of that on the personal side of things. I think there's value in it, but yeah, for me, I feel like every time we thought about it or considered it, we ended up just getting busy enough with other stuff in the business or hobbies or raising kids or raising dogs or whatever else was going on. So never really prioritized the personal side of things. But yeah, on the business side of things, though, we've gotten pretty good at leveraging other people's followings to grow our own as well. So when we were first starting the business, it was just trying to figure things out. And we reached out to a guy named Zach George. If you've ever searched for dog training, any dog training questions on YouTube, you've probably seen him.
Okay.
He's got a pretty big presence there. But we reached out to him.
Totally cold.
Totally cold. We actually couldn't get him to answer us. And so he had a Patreon channel. Does everybody know what Patreon is? So if you don't know, you can pay creators for either exclusive content or access to them or other unique things that you get, right? So he had a Patreon channel and he had one tier that was a guaranteed email answer, but it was usually used for like dog training questions. Mm-hmm. We're like, all right, if he can guarantee an answer here, let's give it a try. So we shot him an email and pitched him and he had to answer us. And so that's what kind of opened up the conversation with him. And we pitched him on, hey, I know you don't know anything about us. We have no name in the dog training space, but we've got a concept here that's worked really well in the fitness space. If you trust us, we're going to make it work, So we got talking to him and worked out pretty good. And then we've partnered with like dozens of other dog trainers who've got pretty big followings to build a lot of good training content for people. So we've had millions and millions and millions of people go through the free dog training courses over the last number of years. We started in the end of 2018, so coming up on 7 years here. But
it's fascinating to me because Utah's got this whole tech vibe of freemium. We've got the whole Silicon Slopes, and it's like, but dog treats.
Yeah.
Like it's not a SaaS model, but yet it's a SaaS. It has a great model. Yeah. Like I think, I don't know, maybe like, can you elaborate more on like what is, so, you talked about it, right? High level, but like if someone in here was like, okay, for example, Ronnie, you've got an education platform, right? Which is Prosperity Society, all about tax savings or whatever. And it's like, it's I guess it's not free though, huh? They have to pay for it. But maybe, I don't know. Like, walk me through like how do I go from 0 to 10 on that scale of while I figure out what sauce I want to give you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would say everyone should have a free model. Like if anybody's ever asked me about starting a business, nearly every single time, not every single time, but nearly every single time, I try and pitch them on like, you need to be offering something free.
Okay.
But the way that you,
does it matter what it is? Like, or,
well, I mean, it has to relate to what you're doing. So as an example, if you're in I think it could be across any business in the physical goods space. If you're in CPG, say you have, like, here's an idea that I think would actually crush. If you are in the prepper space, as an example, and you say you're Thrive, or you want to go buy from Thrive or something like that, who makes a lot of freeze-dried meals and has these food storage stuff, you should be creating content around how to be a prepper, basically. And as you show people and educate people there, then you have the ability to sell them a product way more easily because they like you and they trust you and they believe when you recommend something that it's actually what you say that it is.
and
So
how embedded do you need to be in that? I mean, for you guys, I haven't even watched any of yours. Is it very, very embedded, or is it simply like, hey, this is a lot of thought leadership and education?
yeah,
By the way, like they almost find their way to you, or are you really deeply embedding products in that?
I think you should be deeply embedding products in it, because in any of these educational models, there's always going to be some type of physical product that will help create some value for people. Like our training treats is an example, right? We offer free training, but the training treats also make training easier because dogs love them. They're low calorie, they're simple ingredients. So like the pet parent is going to feel really good about giving it to their dog, and it's also healthy for them as well. So you can make products that have a lot of utility that tie in really closely with the training side of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this next one? Okay.
Let's do it.
Mr. Dawson's Creek hot sauce.
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, Dawson's Creek hot sauce. Number 5 on the list. We don't always have time for all of them, so we're just jumping. Yeah, we just jumped from really number 2 because we don't even do number 1 to number 5. Well, Dawson's hot apple caraway it has 52,000 Scoville. So we started at 7,000, so 10 times. You're getting there. Description: apple gives the sauce sweet, juicy notes that enhance the fruit flavor. They make this sound so good, but I don't know. I can't remember if this one's even good. So, Dawson's hot sauce. Okay. I forgot my question looking at that one. I need to write these down better. I'm going to take it a little more random, okay? We talked. So did you say you grew up on a farm, or your grandfather had a farm?
My grandpa had a farm, and it was kind of a pseudo farm. We had like 10 acres around us. Okay. There's always cows on it, and then my grandpa always had alfalfa pastures and stuff like that. So kind of grew up on a farm, but not like it wasn't anybody's like main source of income.
Yeah. Well, we just had a 20-minute conversation before you guys got here talking about peaches. Because is anyone else out there a peach fan? Do you want some tips on peaches? Mike has none.
Can you imagine anything more boring to talk about?
But come on, I mean, it's so fascinating. Anybody have like a backyard orchard? Nobody? Okay, Steve, right? Steve, we got a peach tree back there. I find it fascinating because it's such like the beginning and the end of fruit is so far away, right? Like we planted a peach tree in our yard, and it was 3 years before you got anything. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm gonna connect this, Aaron. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back. What? He said my friends call me.
Why are you bullying Aaron? He's just because he's close.
He said my friends call me. Am I wrong?
You're doing great.
Okay. He's still front row, dude. He's still front row, dude. Like I don't know, like take us through when you guys started Pupford, and like, you know, like what did the seasons look like? And like did they pan out how you thought? Maybe some challenges that you went through. I don't know. Love to hear that.
So this won't be new for anybody, but I think everything takes longer than you think it's going to, and you even when you're really grinding on something. So yeah, for us, when we first started the business, we were doing some digital marketing consulting. And so there was like the grind of trying to make sure the bills were paid day to day.
Okay.
And then also the grind of like trying to figure the business out. And so, yeah, for a long time, it was just like trying to make sure the bills got paid every day and hoping that you'd be able to, and just scraping by and thanking a patient wife
Like
a lot of the
time?
times.
Tell us long time, like real life. What was that?
Well, we were paying. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money on the sale of Ideal Shape before. We made enough to like give a little bit of a cushion, but it was like all spent pretty quickly in trying to grow the business.
Yeah.
And then we were paying ourselves like just enough to get by for probably 3 years, 3.5 years before we started saying, okay, now we can afford to move it up a little bit. So
Yeah.
there's a grind there.
Yeah, for reals. That's no small joke. Any challenges as you went through that were unexpected that you were just like, hey,
Yeah.
we thought we had a good business plan. We thought we had it figured out, and then it was like, no.
Yeah. So when we first started the business, we actually started selling dog food before we sold treats or anything like that.
That was Pupford.
That was
dog
Pupford.
food.
Yep.
Okay.
It was the training course, and then a month later, we launched the dog food.
Okay.
And like a couple months after that, all right, I'll try not to get too boring with this. The FDA oversees an organization called AFCO, and AFCO makes all of your regulations for dog food. So they've assigned AFCO to say, tell us how to work with businesses and the rules around when and where and how people can make dog food.
Didn't even know there was rules around dog food.
Yeah, there are more regulations around what you can sell in the dog food space than there are around human food. Surprisingly,
Should we be
for whatever sense that makes, right?
be
No
alarmed?
sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like like you can technically you could go and like pick fruit or whatever and sell it as long as you have a business license, right? If you wanted to sell dog treats, there's a lot of people who are little mom and pop shops that can, but if you actually wanted to, like legally, you'd have to go and get registered in states and everything like that. Yeah. So anyway, AFCO came out and basically said that you couldn't sell certain types of dog food, or you should avoid selling certain types of dog food because they were giving dogs heart disease. And we had that type
You
of
had the dog food.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Come to find out, there was like zero credibility to what they were saying. They came back a couple years later and they were like, yeah, we actually don't know what was causing that. And so, but in the meantime, we had to go and like, it was a whole grain free. They said grain free is causing heart disease. We had grain free dog food. So we had to go back and like transition and figure out. We started selling treats like crazy because we're like, all right, this is the lower hanging fruit. It's a lot easier to manage. But the dog food was just like a grind to try and figure it out. So that happened like really early in the business and caused us to make some pretty big shifts. But there's always stuff like that you don't expect. But
Yeah, well, then I mean, I have to like wipe my fingers.
oh yeah, sorry. Do you want me to hold it for a sec?
No, I got it. It'll. It's okay.
What's this
They
one?
can clean it. This one's our Pepper North Scotch and Bonnet and Jerk, which is by far the favorite of the guests. So this one sits at like that last one had a good kick, right? This one sits at 71,000, so still not crazy. Like if we went all the way to the top, you guys know the number 10 one is 2.7 million Scoville. Like, but we don't do that, do we? No, it's miserable.
No, there's no way.
No, there's no way. But this one's usually not too bad. Pepper North Scotch Bonnet and Jerk, Jamaican inspired, of course, right?
Got like really sweet.
Is good? Okay.
Come on, get some of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Us, Sean, right? Sean and I just met, which we don't need to disclose, but tell us your question, Sean. I love it.
Allowed to ask questions?
Yes, for free. Yes, well, at least one time. You can't come back.
Okay.
But no, absolutely, dude.
One and done.
Yeah, ask away.
It's a 2-for-1. So, are you familiar with Super Zoo?
We were just there.
Okay, yeah, I just got back from Super Zoo too. I went there as well. Super
Oh,
Zoo
nice.
is like the nation's largest pet conference down in Vegas.
Okay.
So I'm curious to know, and maybe part of it was just ignorance coming in, but if I were to think about starting a business, or let me actually back up. When I went to Super Zoo, I was shocked at how many different types of treats or dog food brands there were. There's like a billion. It's what it felt like. I mean, that place was crazy.
Oh yeah.
So when you had the idea of like, I'm going to start a dog food company, or I'm going to start a dog treat company, to me, that sea would be totally saturated. Was part of your, I guess, secret sauce a little bit was ignorance? You didn't really know how saturated it was? I know you said that you had some issues when your wife came home with a dog and you were trying to look for stuff and you couldn't really find much. So did part of that play a role had you known how many different options there were out there, would that have changed your approach to the business?
Sorry. 100% ignorance was a big piece of it. Like, you don't know what you don't know, and sometimes that's a great thing, because it might have. I mean, I don't know if it would have affected it had we gone into it or not, but it really might have, because you get looking and you see there are a ton out there, and the pet space is huge. I mean, companies just so like Mars and Purina are the two biggest pet.
Mars, like the candy brand?
Mars, the candy brand.
Oh, wow.
They own a ton of big pet brands, and then Nestle. So Nestle owns Purina and a number of other brands. And so they do, like, Mars does almost 20 billion a year in just food sales, I think. And Purina does like 11 or 12 or 13, somewhere in there.
You guys
So
are like 10.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. No, it's a huge space, and I mean, you guys all see it. You know people who, if they're not your pets, you know people who have pets that they treat like kids, and like having a dog that lives outdoors like all year round, you almost never see it now. You used to see it all, like that was it. That was the standard.
That's how I grew up.
Exactly. Yeah. Almost everyone did that way if they had a dog, and it's just very, very different now. And so, I think that we would have, ignorance played a big part. But then I think that the reason why it worked is because there was a lot of the same product there. We've been able to capitalize on the growth of freeze-dried, which has been big for us, but also the growth in like the humanization of pets, where people started thinking about the things that they were giving to their pets. They were thinking, what are the ingredients in here? What do the calories look like? 50% of dogs in the United States are overweight, so they were thinking about that, and how do they make sure that the dogs aren't going to have issues with that? Because that creates a myriad of issues, from like joint pain to heart issues to fur and coat and everything in between. So the way that we looked at it was, we can differentiate by creating treats that are healthier for dogs and food that's healthier for dogs. And then the other thing that differentiates for us is the ability to reach more people and provide more value through the free training programs. So it's kind of funny every time. Am I loud enough? Sorry, hopefully I'm not. Keep forgetting that I'm holding a mic. Every time I go to Super Zoo, the first day I'm like, holy crap, there's a ton of competition. By the second and third day, I'm like, we're going to kill these guys. Just because we have enough differentiation and the ability to execute on connecting with people way better than everybody else, where everybody else is hinging only on a better product, and it's really, really hard to convince somebody only on that, I think. So that answer your question?
Yeah.
Good enough? Okay. What were you doing at Super Zoo?
I own a 24/7 self-service subscription-based dog wash.
Oh, nice.
We're about to expand.
And what? I mean, less than a year old, right? It's pretty new.
Yeah, we're 4 months old, actually.
Yeah. So Sean, I will tell the story. Sean and I connected on LinkedIn randomly. I don't even yesterday somehow. I don't even know how we got connected.
I saw one of your posts.
Great. Okay, he saw one of my free content.
See?
Free content. That's awesome. But then he connected with me, and he was like, hey, let's connect or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I do this business networking group on first Wednesday of the month. Just so happens I have a guy from Super Zoo. What do you call it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I'm like, I just happen to have a guy that knows about dogs, and you're doing a dog business, and you should come. And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, how does that even happen? Right? Totally random.
Super Zoo's nuts too. Like,
Dude, I've never heard of this. Who's heard of Super Zoo? Raise your hand. The two dog people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, has anybody been to the convention center in Mandalay Bay? And you know how big it is? Imagine that just filled with different pet brands.
Fascinating.
80+% of it is dogs. But you can walk miles and miles and miles every day and not see every booth. Like, there is so much going on there. There's a ton. What's this next one?
Oh, okay. I already forgot.
It's hot. That's all
Okay.
I know. It's hot.
We got, and I was one behind. So, this next one is the Pepper Ninja.
Pepper Ninja.
Pepper Ninja, yeah. Ninja Napalm is another name for it. Yep. Here, I'll read you the bottle. Hot sauce with moruga, scorpion pepper flavors, and will explode your taste buds. And scorching heat that will sneak up on you. This stuff is sneaky good. We hope you'll enjoy. How do you put "we hope you'll enjoy" on a hot sauce bottle that has, hold on, that has 130,000 Scoville? Like it's like wrong. Visit us online. There you go. What do you think?
I can feel the kick on that.
It's feeling it? Okay. The best part about all of these is as soon as you start speaking, and those of you that have come more, I'm still on the last one, and it's like the more you talk, the more it just like fuels the flames. So, all right. Was there another question? I thought I saw another hand that I missed, but maybe not. Nobody. We did. If we didn't get into this yet, we have about 10 minutes left with. But Mike did offer any dog training tips. Is there anyone that has a specific dog question, or we can just have him give us a couple of tips that's worked for him? The current one right here. Oh, Ninja Napalm. No, just take this with you, John. Anybody have a maybe give us I mean, it's rare that we have we're usually like all fluff and talking about like how to persevere through small business, but this would be kind of fun to like you go home and like everyone's probably got a wife who wants to know more about how to take care of your dog. So tell us a few tips.
Okay. That one's getting me.
Ninja Napalm? I'm going
that
after
one's
it
getting
right
me after a second. Yeah.
I'm going after it right now.
That Jamaican tasting one was like nice and it was hot. It was nice. This one's
Can I,
like
douse it in
no
ranch?
thanks. Yeah, douse that baby. Okay.
We have
So-
our own rules up here.
Oh yeah. If anybody, like we said, if anybody heckles, you can
Yeah.
come eat some yourself.
There's extra room. Come
Did you
sit.
try it? Yeah. Was it getting you yet? It's not yet. It's getting there. It's building. Yeah, it's building. It's like a nice crescendo to it, right? Oh, baby. Okay. I'm going to need like extra napkins to clean myself up here. I was telling him I was trying to pick my outfit so I didn't get too like sweaty. I think I picked the wrong color hat. You're going to see like sweat mark here in a second. But okay, so here's like a really simple tip if you have a dog and you're, oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, so if you have a dog and you're like worried about keeping him busy, a really, really simple tip, a game that we try to teach people. So people really overlook what's called enrichment with your dogs. When you can engage their brains and their noses in something, it's as good as taking them on a walk for exercise a lot of times.
Okay.
So, but it's really, really overlooked. So we encourage people to do a lot of these enrichment type of activities. And one of them that's really, really good, super, super simple. You go in the backyard, you get a bag of treats, you grab a handful of treats and you huck it in the grass and say, go hunt. And it'll keep them busy for 15, 20, 30 minutes just sniffing around and finding treats in the grass. It's a really, really good way to engage their nose and their brain. And you'll notice afterwards that they're less hyperactive because it gives them a chance to like calm down. And also like, it's almost like a workout for them in a way as well. So Go Hunt is an awesome game. If you're looking for a way to like engage your dog and get them to kind of like chill out a little bit, or you haven't had a chance to go on a walk with them that day. Let's go. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, I gotta ask this. Like, so Plunge is another business I have. It's in a 8-story apartment building with about 200 adults and probably 200 dogs, if I'm being completely honest. It's insane. They're everywhere. So, if they're like tips for people that I'm just fascinated. Like, I grew up with a dog in a yard, and they ran, and we walked in the neighborhood, and it's like these. It's like they're 250 apartment units. And I'm like, what do you like? Is there something you do for dogs like inside of a house all day? Like it seems like it'd be a nightmare, but if you can survive that napalm,
it's calming down now a little bit. Yeah, I think so. There's another enrichment type of thing that you can do. So you obviously want to get them out on walks and stuff like that, but yeah, there's other types of enrichment stuff you can do. So we have a product called a snuffle map that basically looks like a chunk of shag carpet almost. You can hide treats in it, and the dog will have to snuffle through the. Has anybody used one of those or seen one of those before? So yeah, imagine like a chunk of shag carpet where the carpet's like this thick, but it's like a thin this way and then like flaps of it almost. You can hide treats in it. Your dog will snuffle through it and sniff. Yeah. So something like that for like an apartment owner would be a good one to do. Or you could even take like you buy a box of treats from Chewy. Rip off the flaps on the box and then like crumple up some newspaper in there, dump some treats into that and let your dog snuffle through something like that. So there's a lot of things like that you can do enrichment wise that are good to get your dog active and will help apartment owners. But
how much content are you guys up to now? Do you have like a content hours? Do you keep track of like different variations of content? Like, and I'm just curious, like, when you say we create content for, it's like, how much is really have you put out there?
Yeah.
You have any idea?
Well, I don't know how to quantify it. Thousands of hours.
Okay.
Yeah, there's thousands and thousands of hours. A lot of it is through like specific courses
Okay.
where we'll have like our leading course is the 30-day perfect pup is what we call it. So we'll offer that, and it's like each day people get a new video that shows them how to train their dog. They get through the end of the 30 days, and their dog's like much better actually in a lot of cases. You never get perfect, but I think that the reason, so a little bit of history but behind the title on that too, right? So you have something aspirational, right? And I think one of the reasons why the title or the course has been so successful is you have something aspirational, which is your perfect pup, and then you have a set timeline for getting them there. So your 30-day perfect pup, and I think it's helped our lead conversion a ton to just have like kind of an aspirational time-based something to give people, because their dog, if they're looking for this, their dog's being a pain in the butt somehow.
Yeah.
Or they know that it's going to be if they don't do something about it. And so, yeah, it gives them something to look forward to that'll fix it, you know.
What's the like the channels you guys are operating in? And do you like what is like 90% of your lead flow through one of them, or is it through videos or?
Yeah. So we'll do lead gen across channels. Most of our leads do come from meta platforms. So we'll do a lot on Facebook and a lot on Instagram.
Paid ads? Or you guys
A lot of paid ads, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a ton of paid ads. We'll do some partnership stuff as well, but a lot of it's just lead gen, running ads to get people to sign up for the course, and then we bring them in as leads, and then we have some pretty robust email flows that people go through once they sign up for that. And then sales wise, so that's where we're interacting with people. I mean, we do stuff on Pinterest as well, and we do a lot more on TikTok lately and across a lot of platforms. But then sales-wise, we're selling on our website. We do a ton on Chewy. We do a ton on Amazon. We're nationwide in Petco and PetSmart and Pet Supplies Plus and a bunch of other smaller retailers. But
any one of those channels you think is like the future? I mean, I don't know.
Depends on which. So from a growth perspective, Amazon is still like going crazy. Okay. And so if you have a physical product brand and you're not selling on Amazon, I'm like a huge proponent of it. I think if you're selling product, you should probably be selling on Amazon. Because if you think about your own buying habits, everyone here buys on Amazon, I would guess. And a lot of times you'll even see a website and say, I like that product. I'm going to see if they sell it on Amazon. Because you know there's consistency of experience. You know exactly what you're going to get, right? Yeah. So from like a growth perspective there, but from like a staying power and profit perspective, I think we have a lot of opportunity in retail. And so we're making a big push on that side of things right now. There's just something to be said about brick and mortar still. It's a really, really good channel, and it's super predictable compared to a lot of others.
Any plans to open up like a Pupford location? Is that like make any sense ever, or is it's more just the fact that people go to Petco?
Yeah, not right now. Like, yeah, I don't think we let people come into our warehouse and buy products if they want, but there's no plans really. It's not really in the model for us right now.
Okay. The next one is the bomb. I mean, I don't want to not tell you to do it, but I don't know if you want to try it. Like a dab, what drop. I'm not.
You had like a lot of horror stories about this.
I do have a lot of horror stories, but this is like my 20th time doing this. So it's like, I was just like, at some point your doctor's got to say no,
Are you doing the bomb or no?
I'm not. I mean, unless someone's paying me to do it,
I think I'm good.
I think I'm after the ninja.
Pretty good.
Let's just review.
Does anybody out here want to do this?
Anybody want to do it up here?
Yeah.
John,
This guy.
did you do it a few months ago?
He did, but I just tried that one. It wasn't too bad.
You didn't
All right.
I did.
I mean, we
built for it then.
get up here. We'll make.
No, I thought you were going to do it. I was going to do it with you.
I mean, I'll look at it. I'll put it on a wing and I'll look.
I only take divvies when people put in with me.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm prepared.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's so bad. I mean, let me just put this in I mean,
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
it just says it's that time. And while you may be looking for a distinctive short bottle, this version created with the makers of Beyond Insanity is a tastier, all natural take that's equally harrowing. Careful around the eyes. And it's just disgusting. Everything about this is like, It starts with red chilies. It seems like, the first ingredient, you're like, it's not that bad. And then all it has is like vinegar and
Windex,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's juice concentrate. I mean, it can't be that bad, but
What is this one never been opened?
oh no, it's been opened. It's just it's a very small amount. I mean, you tried it.
Okay,
It's
that was the one you tried.
Yeah.
Did we do the Pepper Ninja?
yeah, we did the pepper ninja, right?
And that's 133.
Yeah, that was the last one we did.
The bomb's
Yeah.
135.
Yeah, it's only
I'll do
2,000.
it with you.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll do it with you.
Oh my gosh, let's give him a round of applause. Okay, John, squeeze up here. Come up here.
I thought we were going to be talking about like double, triple. I couldn't remember. So
You're gonna.
I'm going to put some.
Just
I'm gonna
saying.
douse on ranch a
Not
little
that
bit,
we're
too.
recording
So
this,
I'm kinda-
but you are going to regret your
I'm kinda
decision.
going a little weak, so I'm going to put some ranch on it too.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know, so somebody-
Oh, it's almost like when I say don't do it, people are like lean in
Yeah,
more.
just I only want a little. Like, give me a drop there.
I mean, now he's
I can't
making
handle what John
demands.
can handle. It didn't even. The Pepper Ninja didn't even affect
He-
him.
It did. It was just. I was surprised. how much.
Okay.
Or you can put it there
This
and
is,
dip it.
yeah,
Put
I
it right
think
there and
I think
it'll
it's
be
like
able to dip.
it's kind of thick. So, oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Can I ask a question too while I'm up?
Yeah, yeah. Where do you want it?
Go ahead, right there.
Okay. Yeah. Ask away, John. Here you
All right. So, I would have loved your website right when we got our dog because I was not big. I grew up with dogs, but my parents raised our dogs like they raised our kids. They were just all over the neighborhood free. They just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I told my son that he'd had to train it and all that stuff. But in doing so, I became the alpha. It's not bad. I just did it with my finger.
Well, you tried a little already.
What?
Um,
Snuck that in there. I didn't even see that.
He's not worried about it.
so I'm the alpha. The problem I have is that growing up with my dogs, what I did love about my dogs is that I could play fetch with them. They would hug me. They would have fun with me. But now that I'm the alpha, which I wasn't before my dad was, my dog will only listen to me. Like if he's running through the neighborhood barking at other dogs, he'll listen to me. But my wife, who he loves and adores, and my son, who he loves and adores, they say come back and he won't. But when all I have to do is say Coda, and he turns around, comes back, right? Which is great. And they'll even tell me, Dad, will you call Coda because he's not listening to us. The problem with that is that he will not play fetch with me. He won't do anything fun with me. He just respects me. In fact, when I come in and if I'm talking loud, like joking around with my daughter or whatever, he'll just roll over and play dead. Like he knows that he needs to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I get Nord, I'll come toward him like Coda, and he'll just go and go on his belly like, and I'm supposed to rub his belly. But it's not a love thing. It's more of a you've won. Any advice on how I can overcome that? Because I really do want to play fetch with him.
Yeah. So I'll prequel again. I'm not a dog trainer. I've been around it for a long time.
Okay.
So I can give some answers, but the dog trainers that we employ, like we have 2 full-time dog trainers that work helping us create content and stuff, they'd be able to answer this much better. So I'll prequel with that. And I'd be happy to connect with you after actually and can help. They'd be happy to give you like an even better answer for sure. But I think what it probably comes down to is around repetition. So like for your wife and your kids, I bet it's not so much as him not seeing you as the alpha or him not seeing them as not alphas and you as the alpha. It's more around every person kind of connects with dogs differently. And so it's more him probably seeing your wife as like, oh, I don't need to listen to him because I haven't ever needed to in the past. Yeah. And so now it's more like, I just know I can go to her and snuggle if I want to, or something like that. So that would be my guess, is it's more that, because there's been more and more information coming out lately around like if you're in a wolf pack or something like that, yes, alpha is very real, but the human connection to dogs isn't.
So I made all that up. That wasn't actually happening.
Well, there's a lot of talk around that. It's just not necessarily the same as like an alpha within like a wolf pack necessarily. It's just like their interactions have led your relationship to be a little bit different than with your wife. Like I'm guessing with your dog, he probably knows, like if he hears that voice, he's like, if I don't listen, I'm dead meat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, that's
but,
what's funny is I've never like abused the dog.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that, but,
No, but like I have no problem
swatting him on the butt or something like that.
Or
Yeah.
put him in. I pick him up, put him in his cage when he does something wrong, or I'll do things like that. But sure, I'll give him a little flick on the head. That's not abuse though. He's a dog.
No, I agree. But I bet your wife or his kid never have done that.
No.
So he probably realizes like,
This is more of a confession. Isn't it?
I don't.
And I'm feeling the burning in my mouth now.
You get a little bit of both, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a different type of heat than the Ninja. It's not as enjoyable.
Well, no, it's not enjoyable,
It's not enjoyable.
but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
I toned it down with some ranch too, and I
Yeah.
don't think you did really.
I took an extra bite of that Ninja, and I'm still,
Yeah?
still burning.
Getting you, yeah. Anyway, that would be my guess is he realizes that like what is the downside of not listening to your kids or your wife? There's like very little downside for him. And so he's like, why would I listen? I'm just gonna keep going doing my thing.
Where it's really funny is that like they're throwing the little toys, he fetches it. I pick up the thing, I throw it, and he just sits there. Or he'll
Yeah.
start running towards it, and then he'll just
Yeah.
veer off. And they're all laughing, all my kids and my wife, like, just, there's no difference if I threw it or if they threw it.
Yeah. See, in that I actually don't get. I don't know why he wouldn't.
That's a good idea. Until he picks up the ball, I'm going to keep punishing him.
And you've tried fetch with a bunch of different stuff.
Yes, everything. We go to
It's
the
so
park.
weird.
Yeah. Then what we did is we got us both holding at the same time, my wife and me, and he'll do it then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I do it solo. We
so-
tried everything.
so try this. Have you tried using a bag of treats and rewarding him for doing it? So like get a bag of treats, and you know that he wants them. Throw it out there. If he doesn't go get it, walk him out to it, have him pick it up, walk back to where you were, and as soon as you walk back there, give him the treat.
Where can I get such a bag of treats?
Well, I know a place actually. Yeah. Yeah. So try that though. Actually, try like a different type of reward. Like if you can compensate him for playing that game with you with something like treats, it might start to ingrain that behavior, and you can slowly start to reduce the amount of treats that you give him, and eventually you won't have to do it anymore.
So
Hopefully.
it's not a love thing. It's more of a reward thing then.
That's the goal. Even like parenting is kind of moved that way, right? Like it's less about like how do I punish, it's more about like what's the incentive for them. Same for us. Like everyone here works better off of what's the incentive for me versus it's the carrot instead of the stick, right? Like,
Yeah.
Everybody works better that way, and dogs do too.
I'll do it and I'll report back.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Any other questions for John? Any other questions about John's personal life that we want to air out here?
Since we're doing
Yeah.
All right, Mike. So I've talked to a lot of business owners, and I know a lot of people are trying to figure out how to create a lead magnet. I think it's brilliant what you guys figured out. What advice would you give to other business owners that are in different aspects of being able to create that lead magnet?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, and I was actually thinking about this a minute ago, so I'm really glad you asked. The biggest place where people mess up, where they don't get it right, is they're not willing to offer good enough content. So the trick is to make it work, you have to be willing to create and give away something that most everybody else is making people pay for. Like it has to be that good. And if it's not that good, why is anybody going to come to you for it? And it could be that it's like the content itself is very good, or it could be that it's just organized in a really good way. Like I think that AI is going to change a lot of this. Like these LLMs are getting better at creating like a plan for people. But previous to that, the reason why it worked for us, all the content that we made, well, you could go find it on YouTube, but what people didn't have was some type of guide. And so you make content that's better than what other people are charging for. In addition to that, you create some type of roadmap for people that solves their problem, and you're holding their hand through the process. So I think that's the biggest trick if somebody wants to make content, and you just have to be willing to give a ton.
Any other final questions for our featured guest today? Well, one thing I love about Burning Questions is how great our guests are about just connecting. So I'd encourage you to come up, say hi to Mike. We'll hopefully get him out of here eventually. We do have a gift for you. I left it somewhere else. But the gift is after you've now done the bomb, which congratulations, you get to go to Plunge, which is my other business. So you get a pass for 2 to Plunge. Have you been there yet?
I haven't been yet.
Okay. So you get to go to Plunge, sauna, cold plunge, much better.
I have cold plunge before,
Okay.
yeah, but not the
The 5-star
catalog of
experience.
cold plunges.
Yes. Yes. So you get to, you and your +1, whoever you'd like to take.
Take my wife, yeah.
So you get to take them there. Hopefully you enjoy that a lot more than what we just went through.
Thank you.
And then invitation for the rest of you. Today only, buy one, get one free through Plunge Salt Lake. So if you go to Plunge Salt Lake, you can use, the code's been flashing behind me. You can do it today. It's a Burning Questions special. we love to mix and mingle a little bit of the cool businesses I get to do, and obviously they all come back to the same idea of how can you guys connect. So take advantage. If you want to like find Mike on social, you won't find him, but that's okay. I think that's awesome.
I am on LinkedIn.
Okay, he's on LinkedIn. That's right. But thank you for taking the time, energy, effort. Thank you guys for joining us, and let's get to some mixing and mingling for a few minutes.
Thanks for having me.
All right.